Greetings and salutations, humans. This is Froggy and Friends, and we're playing Grit. We've already snickered, laughed, and raised our eyebrows multiple times before stream. So, this is going to be great. So, last time we left off, our band of intrepid Western adventurers were cresting over a hill, looking down into a very strange town called Bent Creek. But before we do that, let's just have everybody introduce themselves again. Yeah, let's just have that.
Ladies first.
Oh, I'm just waiting for you.
Oh,
No,
I would love to.
No,
I left
I'm
my
just-
skirt at home. Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
My name's Courtney. I'm playing Jade, which is my female. Oh my gosh.
Female.
It's
my
a mole.
female.
It's a mole.
My outlaw lady, who has a ghost dog with her.
Yep.
That's an exciting intro. I play Tulok, who is a Native American from Alaska, who has a bloodthirsty sentient axe that wishes to be unleashed on friend and foe alike.
Charming.
That'll be good. Keep it up with your intro.
I have a guy named Cedric, a German crazy scientist.
Insane.
Basically, insane scientist, stereotypical, basically, but he's very fond of his son, Hansel.
Adopted.
He's a beautiful boy.
His adopted.
No,
Ghoul
by
carcass.
blood.
His adopted.
Literally by blood.
Blood like decapitated.
Literally by. And he's trying to save him. And
I'm on a.
We
I'm
don't know
on
what
an
he's saving
adventure
him
to
from,
save
but-
this.
I don't know.
Cedric's probably our favorite character.
I'm Jeff, playing Frederick, who is a Cajun cavalryman who has more than dabbled in black magic by this point. Lady Death is straight up his future wifey.
That's amazing.
That's
the
it.
Grim Reaper.
And if those are not solid intros for our watchers, I don't know what is.
And I'm Froggy, and I play everything else in the world,
Including Lady Death.
including Lady Death, Lily. Yeah, well, all the different romantic interests.
Froggy is all of our future wifeys.
And Jade's future husband, I guess.
Hey.
And but with the group right now is Jeremiah Ignatius Greywater.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're good. Whatever. Okay, but all right. So you're cresting over the hill, looking down. The town itself isn't necessarily in a bowl, but the topography kind of swoops, and there looks like there's definitely kind of like would be like mini mountains almost. Because as coming up, you're like, okay, there's a little bit of change in elevation, and if you kind of squint, you can kind of see it like a riverbed, kind of going straight through the town, and then you're looking at it, the kind of that road goes and like bisects the Bent Creek, and there's a bridge over it and everything like that. So it kind of makes a little more sense. It's about 4:30 when you're kind of going in.
PM?
PM, yes.
Okay. I was like 4:30 a.m.
No, y'all don't.
I've been riding on Frederick's back in for a while.
That's right.
Yep.
Oh, are we
That's
still on?
right.
Okay.
Yeah, yep.
We're
So
still
you're.
on horseback.
Yep, you're still on horseback. Now this is before you're getting into town. This is pretty far off. So however you want to do this.
So they can't hear or see us yet?
Well,
We're just
We
going
don't
I'm
know.
just saying you're really far away.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So and Jeremiah's just kind of leaning up on his horse and like, all right, what's the plan?
Do what we're given.
This is
Oh no,
real,
this is we're going to get that one guy. What do we see, like, in the town? Can we see, like,
Are we
what's
still
going
too
on?
far to see?
Like, can we see the guy? Like, do we see a dude, like a oil salesman?
Well, how about you just roll me an observation, just to kind of see. It is, like, this is really,
I think we're too far to really
like, the
tell,
buildings look
but
like this big.
Or like a
okay.
real far away.
Like, you're,
I would be
I thought we were,
impressed
like,
if you
on
can
top
see
of it.
it.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
No, I do not see anything.
I can't see at all.
In fact, I can't see
I
anything.
just go blind.
okay. Well,
I
you're,
think the way that we handled the last town really went over well, considering this kid like became all weird and such.
To be fair,
I was just doing my
Out of
job.
town almost.
to be fair, the way we entered town was very graceful, and I felt like it went really well. It's just until we got to said boy's house, everything was then downhill from there. But
Oh,
To be fair, we did nothing wrong.
you
was
did
just-
try to
I
take it
also
at it
agree with
because
that.
like
I was just doing my job. I'm a doctor.
You did a good job.
yeah. You
In the
identified
West.
fractures.
All right. So the plan is that Jade, what do we do?
All right. All right.
You're our
Jade-
leader.
Jade goes
So-
in there and shoots.
now,
That's the plan.
now, one definite thing that was in your pack and yourself, you've got a letter of writ from Thaddeus. You know, to prevent that first town from happening.
Yeah, the
You've
getting
got,
thrown in jail.
You've got like letterhead from Thaddeus. Now, it's funny because he's like, you can tell that you actually have more than one with different names at the top. One of them is from Majestic, like the hotel letterhead,
Mm.
but he kind of tweaked it a little bit to make it look like it was detective agency, and then he's got another one, Courageous Heart Detective Agency,
Hmm.
and he's got two of them in there. So in all reality, you've got options for it could be
Oh, okay.
That's good.
now also with and then also you've got pretty much like petty cash. Like that's how you've been doing the hotels. I hadn't really explained that. And I probably should have. So
That's okay.
That's
That
all
makes
right.
sense. Okay, so I think our best course of action is to just mosey on into town. I mean, this guy has no reason to believe we're a threat if we're not
Acting like a threat.
acting like a threat.
Yeah, I mean, we should be in front of the rumors, if anything. But I don't think that
What rumors have you
that would
heard?
necessarily happen.
If there are any from the last town, we should hopefully be beating them.
I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like just ride into town, you know?
Once we get close enough, Tulok's probably gonna slip off your horse, Frederick, so you're not
So you're just
marred
gonna
by. Once we're in the town, yeah. That way nobody's gonna
For
treat
sure.
him wrong because there's a Native American on his horse.
Tulok is also still wearing sunglasses, just so that, nobody sees behind them.
yep.
That's true. Not even himself because he hasn't actually seen these yet.
No, you saw the reflection.
Oh yeah, I did see. Yeah, that's right. I remember
and
now.
it did definitely freak you out.
Yep. Cool.
I mean, the Native American group in a very, very generalized term, they had sunglasses
Mm-hmm.
where Tulok is from.
Well, sunglasses, I think. Oh my gosh, what was the date of that? I think like some fancy ones I saw were like in the 16th century.
Wow.
The old
Oh.
house.
With the different colored lenses and
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so basically
Yeah.
you can wear sunglasses and nobody's gonna be like,
Yeah. Well, also put in consideration what are you dressed as?
Cowboy.
So
With the glasses, hopefully, without looking too close, I just pass as a regular old white
With-
guy.
with a weird axe thing on your side,
Uh-huh.
a sword and a dagger on your back, and then
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, minus some cool equipment.
totally normal.
And
Totally. Yeah,
you know, if anyone were
I-
to cut my vest open, they'd see some really cool armor. But you know, it's
and then
So,
and then you got Jeremiah,
yeah, no,
who just stands out
yep.
because he's got purple sunglasses.
Yep.
Just-
That's exactly why.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what are you saying, Jade?
I'm not saying
Okay,
anything.
all right.
But I think our best course of action is to ride right into town.
Let's ride
just
on
like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Clop, 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 clop.
except you're like,
Caressing.
Frederick, have you been working out? No, I'm just
Please
kidding.
don't. Okay.
I'm testing if you really see this.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been working out a little bit. I think I'd like to try sword fighting with you.
Oh,
Ooh.
that'd be spicy.
I want to take that.
so anyway, we ride into town.
Okay, so
Frederick,
you start going down. You see a sign, and the sign is kind of crooked, and it says Bank Creek.
Okay.
And as you're going through town, like general store, Jade, you kind of double take. That's spelled wrong. It's straight up it's General. General.
General.
It's getting real.
And then the inn is just like the bigger buildings have some lumber, but most of the town is actually like mainly like the stucco, like the mud homes.
Okay.
Which makes sense from where we are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Pueblo. You do see a saloon called the Rowdy Rooster, and just like a smith like called Smithy, and you do hear clanging.
Horseshoes.
Cool. So those are the bigger buildings that you see. Otherwise, there are people moving around. They're definitely eyeing y'all up.
Is there a police station or
sheriff?
sheriff's office? Yeah,
Uh,
police station.
well, not-
Sheriff's office.
well,
The 5-0.
Well, as like
Miami Vice.
the interesting thing is like some of the buildings are before this little bridge, and the other ones, so the town
Okay,
is kind of
so we
split.
haven't seen
So you
that.
haven't like you can see the inn is on the other side of it. You can see
Okay.
it because it's a larger. So that and it kind of curves, so you can keep going. So what I'll do is I have a basic sketch of said Bent Creek here. And that's there, and then because the smithy was one of the first things going into town.
Does anyone need anything from the smithy?
And you've got the smithy and the general store are kind of like beginning into town, and then you've got a lot of the other homes, and then you've got this bridge. Why did they put a bridge over this little creek bed is like kind of beyond you.
Okay.
So it's just kind of a yeah. Yeah, but you do see the inn, the Rowdy Rooster, so there may be something farther into town.
Tulak definitely misses the ocean when he looks down at that pitiful creek.
And it's not dry.
Okay.
So does
There's a little trickle.
A little bit.
Okay. Well, I think we should take a look around and peruse, whether that means we split up or not. But I think I'll step inside the general store and just kind of.
Okay, so you haven't crossed the bridge yet.
Yep.
So you're going to the general store. Okay.
I am, regardless of if everybody else is.
If we're splitting up, I'll go with whoever.
I need someone sane looking to go with me.
Yeah, we can't leave him alone.
I don't know
Okay.
that Tulak counts as that.
Okay, so
That would be bad.
once you get off your horse, Jeremiah just asked like, "Do you want me to go with you, or do you want someone else?"
You can go with me.
He hops off his horse and he just throws the halter over the neck of your horse,
Okay.
Nice.
and he takes his hat off as he's going into the building. And he actually enters first and like makes sure that he's holding the door for you and everything.
The three Migos left outside.
And as you all hear his there you go, boss. He changes the way he talks when he enters the building, when he holds the door.
For her?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Can I-
wow.
Is there a way I can detect like the tone of voice? Like
Yeah,
Just
my
roll an
society,
insight.
my
Roll an
I love
insight.
how
me too.
you guys are completely unbothered by the rest of that scene, but you're like,
where's my insight?
the voice.
No, we just want to know. I want to know all about it. I'm gonna roll an insight. My insight's
do.
pretty high.
I'm very curious.
A very nosy group.
Yes, we are. It's the only way to know anything these days.
Crap. That is a complication. Just one complication.
What?
I gotta roll the 20.
You rolled a 20. You gotta let me know that.
I said I gotta roll a complication.
So it's a 20.
And I got 2 successes.
Okay. With that, you're just kind of like, you're guessing he kind of thought that through, and he's making it look like she's his boss.
Oh, for the town folk.
Oh, you saying? Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, he's playing chess right now. Okay.
Yep.
Clever.
I thought he was
Put-
calling someone else boss, like the
Put it-
person
Clever.
inside.
Put in consideration,
Mhm.
he said he's been here before, quite a few years ago.
Right.
So,
Okay. All right.
Okay. Cool.
and he's just kind of standing there like slightly behind, and he's keeping an eye on the room, just holding his hat. Still has his sunglasses on, a little bit down, so he does not look the part at all. But he's
acting it anyways.
yeah. So
Cedric's brain hurt when he tried to think about it.
well, you're probably like, oh,
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a cadaver.
Yeah. I wonder where they keep their dead in this town.
So as you're going into this, a lot of stuff is pretty dusty. There's a really old guy, and when I say old, he doesn't just look old. The smell of the room is,
Okay.
and he looks cantankerous. He's just not happy. He's trying to open his eyes because he's got the extra eyelids going.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, can you not?
What?
It's a good thing Cedric and I didn't go in there.
Snap out of it.
What all do they have as far as like their normal like?
You see basic dry goods.
Okay.
He does have a few jars of like candy on top the lids are definitely just dustied up. So no one's has bought any of that. You glance around quick. You see some flour, like canned peaches and stuff like that. The usual.
They're not selling any mules, are they?
It's a general store. Usually
So
dried
probably not.
goods. No.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a dried mule in the back.
Yeah.
I just didn't know.
Just to add water
Just
to
if he
it.
happened to have one, he's probably not using.
There's some like canteens hanging. So like just kind of
Yeah,
basic.
your general. Okay,
but you
basic
can definitely
stuff.
tell it's
Oh.
not. He doesn't go through stock really quick.
Okay. Any kind of like medicine or anything like that, like a.
Not in the general area that someone could gank. So you'd have to
Okay.
ask.
So I would go up to where he was, and I would say, "Excuse me, but do you have any basic medical supplies, such as bandages and otherwise?"
What?
Oh. I'm not gonna do that anymore. Because once I start going down that road, it'll be bad. He gets some bandages. It's like there's a tin of something. He opens it up and it's really caustic smelling. And he's wrong one. And then he starts to. Well, do you have someone that's injured with you?
I have a friend of ours who. What?
None. No harm.
I have a friend of ours who recently received a wound where he's unable to see out of one of his eyes. So I'm just looking to see if you have
Bandages?
any bandages or otherwise, or if you know if you have a local doctor in town, or anything that would be able to help him.
Clever.
Well, we had.
Jade is very charming. You guys forget that.
Yeah.
Should I take my arm off and run in there and go?
Okay, so you asked about a doctor, and you told about that. So he of course, like most people that don't see a lot of people, starts talking about individuals that he knows that have lost an eye. Yep, and how it affected them.
It's quite common in
then
the
he
West.
then he gets back on topic though, talking about they haven't really had a doctor in town, but a few years ago, Maurice and his whatever it was, just kind of helped. He started selling his lot. He was a weird kid growing up here, but he kind of trails off. He's whatever he has helped a lot of people, so he might help your friend. Yeah. As a matter of fact, he's back in town. So, but yes, then he starts trailing off, and then he like stops mid sentence, and he turns and he starts working on something. Like he's not all there. So
Jade at this point would she'd be like, "You have a good day, sir."
He turns around. Oh, can I help you with anything?
Jade at that point would grab like one of the things of like just random thing off of the
Whatever's in reach.
Yeah, within reach, and be like, I'd like to purchase this today.
Roll a d20. Because you just said
It's a-
random.
It's a golden.
It's 12.
12?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a little high. So,
A used mousetrap.
no,
No, it's gonna be something
so
expensive.
you actually moved those dusty candy things,
Okay.
and so he's like, oh. So he lifts the cover off, and he just goes in with his,
Bare hand.
just grabs out like a peppermint stick.
Okay.
And so it's like he grabs all of them for you, and he just wraps it up and hands it. It's gonna be like 10 cents.
Okay.
I love this. Inflation hasn't hit yet.
Oh no.
Okay.
And he sets the jar down, going around. If you start walking out, he turns it. Where'd they go?
Oh. Yes, at this point, Jade would be walking
Yeah,
out just
okay.
because we're gonna get stuck in a cycle.
And Jeremiah does the same thing with the door and everything, then steps back out, puts his hat back on. He got worse since the last time. He looks back and he just.
I can see that. Would you like a peppermint stick?
Oh no.
Peppermint stick.
Yeah. So yeah.
Too long season. He's like, can I have one of those?
That was good.
Oh, it's
Roll for
It-
taste.
well. Okay, so these would have been more like dried sugar with a peppermint flavor, so that it
Mm.
necessarily wouldn't have melted in the heat. But,
Gotcha.
but there's definitely a tackiness, not tacky,
Ew, it's like
a
kinda
dustiness,
melty, oh.
dustiness on the outside. But honestly, like, what does it really matter?
Yeah, I was
You
gonna say,
guys
it's
are-
probably just like most
but
foods.
it tastes like peppermint, so it's actually
Nice.
kind of refreshing.
Cool.
And Jeremiah is just like he snapped a chunk off, jammed it, and he's like, he's like, all right.
So Jade would have
What'd
taken
you hear?
one
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
and put it in her mouth, and then put the rest. Please don't ever make that noise again. So she would have wrapped him up and put him in her saddlebag. And she would have
No.
turned to the group and said,
I don't regret it.
well, gentlemen, Maurice is back in town.
Okay.
So, and we will be going, Frederick, I hope you don't mind, but I used your eye as a way to conveniently find information regarding Maurice.
Oh, perfect.
So, that's why we're looking for Maurice, is for your eye.
Do you want me to wrap it up?
I won't make you do that. That's only if you want to, but that is our game.
Oh shoot, no, I shouldn't. We already walked into town. That would be silly. But Frederick
Roll-
had already pulled out something.
Holding.
Well,
Away.
somebody roll an observation and look at, like,
I'll do that.
what do you got there?
A 19 and a 20.
Really?
Oh, wow.
This is from Cedric.
Yeah.
You're welcome, everyone.
My goal in life is to make the Doom pile 3 times as large as anyone else.
Just
It's already
remember,
there.
it's this is Dread, if you recall.
Red. Yeah, we changed
We
it.
changed it to Dread
That's right.
because it's
Right.
dreadfully fun.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
No.
So, are you wrapping up your eye?
No.
Okay.
I put it away. That was a silly idea.
Okay.
I went to look around and tripped over the horse, I guess. I don't know.
But,
Well, okay, but-
Frederick's the kind of person who like thinks and acts at the same time, so he
Okay.
got it out, and then he was like, "No, that's not a good idea."
Okay. Well, there are people kind of moseying about, doing different business. You were in there a really long time, like about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and it felt like more.
Forever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the sun's still up because it's July.
Right.
It's
It's hot.
It is hot. It is. I would be having you guys do like resistance every single day throughout the day, but you guys haven't been rolling super awesome. So
Appreciate that.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for your generosity, sir.
Oh, thank you for yours. But so across the way is Smithy, and then you've
Okay.
got the different homes.
The dread pile is deceptively small on camera. Want the
It
audience to know.
is,
However big you
actually.
think it is, I want you to multiply it by
It's
3 if you're
bigger.
watching online.
Oh well, it's the angle too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So Jade at this point would climb back on her horse, and kind of like
Do we need to be on the horse? for the
flock
town?
the folks
Do we need to be on the horse
to
for
cross the
town?
bridge.
You don't have to be.
It's just easier to keep track of a horse.
Tulok's gonna walk next to your mules in the back. Cedric, that way it doesn't look so awkward.
Okay. So you're
Is this an awkwardly thin bridge, or?
no, it's
Oh.
kind of ridiculous.
Like 2 people can cross type of bridge.
More than that.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Like this is like this is like so a covered wagon
Oh my
can
gosh.
go. It's a covered bridge
Oh my
over
goodness.
a creek. Like this is like the most wood in town was used for this bridge, and you're just like,
Why?
So I would lean over to whoever was next to me
Mm-hmm.
and say,
so it's all up to you who you'd be riding next to.
I'm probably in the back because I'm with the mules.
Do you have Jeremiah by you, or do you have Cedric with all his mules?
I don't know what I'm doing.
It would probably be Jeremiah or
Okay.
Frederick
Okay.
up there. But I would just lean over and nonchalantly say, "You think this bridge is big enough?"
And he just kind of pushes his sunglasses up. I don't think they ever think it is. And you can definitely tell he's tracking everything around him. So you cross the bridge. You've got some like remnants of tent homes just kind of just laying on the ground. There's an inn, and then the Rowdy Roosters is to your left. The inn is to your right, and the road does kind of meander and snake a little bit, but you're kind of like, well, I guess the creek they might have followed it at some point, or just the weirdness of it. But because of the bend, you really can't see past the big inn and those buildings by it.
Okay.
Did they say where he's at?
No.
Fortunately not. He kind of started to ramble, and then he forgot we were there, and then he was sad we were leaving, and I just never. I didn't ask. I thought I was in there long enough.
Have we seen a saloon yet, or is the
Yeah,
inn
it's the
still-
Rowdy
Yeah, the
Rooster.
Rowdy Roosters.
Oh, it's
on
right
this
next to the
side.
inn. Okay.
No, it's okay. So you've got the inn, like
Because we just crossed the bridge.
Right.
So.
Oh, I see. So it'd be to our left because we just
Yeah.
crossed it. All right. Do we
and
want
this is really abstract. That drawing is, because for me to actually describe what's good, it's kind of eerie the way it's built because it doesn't really
Okay.
make sense. The placement of things.
interesting? Okay.
So
Do we want to check the saloon?
Yeah. I can check the inn while you guys do that.
I'll go with Frederick then, so he's not alone.
Oh, thanks.
I think.
We're bros, remember?
Yes, we are. I
After
need
the
something
last
to cover
game.
my eye.
So, with that being said, Jade would get off her horse and kind of just shake her head a little bit and start to walk towards the.
Wait, who's watching the
Saloon.
horses? If Frederick and I are going to the.
They don't necessarily need to be
Uh,
watched. They can be.
Oh, you're
I
like
hope
tying
we
it
can
up.
Just hitch.
Okay, gotcha.
Can
Yeah,
we
you
right
can
to the front?
hitch.
All right. Yeah, I didn't know you hitched it. Sorry, I missed
Okay.
that part.
she did a hand motion.
Yeah.
So it's in your peripherals. So it's
Gotcha.
okay. Okay. So Jeremiah does the exact same thing. Like that's how you kind of enter the saloon. Now, who would like to go first? Who wants to do the inn? And
They can go
I'm not-
first since.
I think
Should I?
as
should,
they
should
go,
we,
I'm just standing there. I'm like, no, because no one communicated anything. You just go, and I'm like, what?
What?
and all three of your mules just keep slowly coming closer to you. Like
They're like trying to get like closer to be comforted after what they saw.
Oh, no,
No,
they
no,
wanna-
no,
they
no,
wanna
no.
kill me.
It's
They're out for man flesh.
yeah.
We've
So
never seen a case of a
Man-eating
man-eating
donkey.
mule
Yeah.
up till now.
Is there anything else in the vicinity?
people walking by, definitely kind of given you're kind of used to coming to a new town and just kind of people giving space. They're given some space.
Do I see anybody like going towards a destination? Like I can tell they're like.
Yeah, everybody has like
Okay.
They're running errands or whatever.
yeah. So-
It's the afternoon, so
But
everybody's.
this is
I'm
like
trying to figure
evening.
out
Oh,
how
evening,
I'm
yeah,
trying
evening
to
now.
make it to like. I'm just thinking with the vibe of this guy. He's like a, what's it called? Elixir salesman. He's got the wagon and everything.
Well, keep in mind, so we haven't gone up further past. So truly, the best thing is if Cedric wanted to wander up
That's fine.
ahead.
Okay, then I'll
but not
So-
too far.
Not too far.
Okay, so
Just enough where my mules can't kill me.
okay, so you tie your mules off,
Yeah.
and so
Takes up
how about we
the whole
we start off with your little adventure.
Okay.
Now,
But I'm kind of like staying close to the buildings because I know I'm creepy and I don't want to be seen.
oh my
I
god.
feel like that's gonna make it worse.
Yeah.
Alright, where?
Okay, now,
I just
Well,
imagine
not in the
him like
middle of the road, you know what I mean?
off to the side. Okay.
okay, so,
Ta-da.
I'm sorry, because the first inkling was I thought of your hand up like this, and then
Emperor's New Groove style.
Well,
like-
no, like, and then like Ace Ventura with the theme song, like going over.
That's gold.
We definitely don't need that to be happening. Just roll. Like, are you just trying to kind of like intermingle? So let's do a stealth or
Lord.
a society.
Oh, I can do society.
Okay, roll a
Society.
stealth
Oh,
or a
Nice.
well,
society.
no, I can't. Actually, never mind.
Which one do you want to do?
Society, definitely.
Okay.
It's either give him doom for another dice or give him doom by rolling a 20. So, alright, here we go.
Roll the dice. It's a better chance.
No successes.
No successes?
Yeah,
Okay.
but no complications.
Well, no really big surprise. People are still kind of noticing you. But you're definitely putting off you're trying to be like, I'm not the creepy, crazy scientist.
I'm crazy,
Even though
but
I
I'm
am.
not
Okay,
like
so
creepy.
now,
Not take your children into the
I'm
night.
creepy, but
okay, so
I'm
you're
crazy, but not
you're
crazy.
you- you're walking up and there's one of the Pueblo buildings is kind of collapsed partially, and it kind of gets your attention, and you're kind of walking around the curve, and there's a bunch of these buildings, and then there's like a mission,
Mhm.
like a church.
Mhm.
When you kind of glance up, there's not a bell up there, and that just kind of like, okay. And then you're going a little bit further and you see the bell. Looks like the bell was taken down. It's almost like there's if this town was bigger, it would be like a town square.
Hmm.
And then there's just a bunch of tents set up. You get past the Pueblo buildings, and then it's like kind of like a tent town.
Hmm.
Are you looking into anything specifically?
I mean, I'm looking for the salesman of the bottle, if I can remember what that bottle looks like.
Okay, well,
From what the kid tried
Okay,
to
well,
smash
you-
over my head.
When it came flying
He's
at
like,
you.
oh.
no, he didn't throw it. It exploded in his hand.
Oh, that's
okay.
right.
Squeezed.
Yeah.
You definitely see like a big wagon kind of set up, and there's a sign, like a flip sign, and saying, "You go up to it."
Hmm.
Do you want me to describe what the
Yeah, what does it look like?
what the wagon looks like?
Mhm. Or like,
Uh,
is it like definitely noticeable? It's like a.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
colorful. It is very colorful. There's like wind chimes
Mm.
hanging on the four corners, but they're all like kind of tied up at the moment, and the coloration of things are like things that don't match just right, so it kind of looks like just kind of off-putting, like a green and a teal that should be together, but it's just the wrong little bit. You're like,
Do I see any like bottles displayed?
no, because it's all covered up at the moment.
Because it's closed. Okay.
Oh, it's closed.
Yes.
It's closed.
It's not. He's not
Okay.
like selling anything right now.
Okay.
Okay. I turn around and then I go back to get them because I'm not getting into a fight.
By yourself.
Is it hotel time?
Yeah, it's hotel time.
All right before Tulok and Frederick leave, Tulok's gonna go. Wait, Jade, can we get some petty cash to get rooms in case we need to stay the night?
You have
Wait a
money
minute.
too.
Oh, I didn't know.
No,
Tulok
wait.
carried
He's not with
petty.
her. Wait.
This is before we split.
Okay.
This is
before-
before.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the money that you have, the tender that you're given is no paper notes at all.
Okay.
It's just the larger
Coins.
coins.
Okay.
And there is a special bag in there, and you open it, you check it. It actually is Confederate coins.
Ooh.
For like just in case you come up with certain people.
Mhm.
Ah,
Number
okay.
one, number three.
Some of
Jade
Frederick's
was-
old people.
So Jade would give
Well,
the regular
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
money.
So then you gave me the whole bag, or did you just give me a few?
I would probably just give you like a handful
'Kay.
rather than the whole bag,
Put it in
just
my
because
vest
it
pocket
probably
then.
would look incredibly
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
odd
Oh, give me the whole bag.
if you pull out
Perfect.
the whole bag
Yeah.
at the hotel. So
Definitely. So I put that in my pocket. I'm gonna walk up to Frederick and I'm gonna kind of shoulder him on his blind side and say, since we're here for your eye, should we play this up as we enter the hotel to see if it make you look really blind, or do you want to just go on and look a little normal?
look normal.
Because I can pretend to be helping you out as like an old blind man or something.
Let's go with normal right now, and if I happen to bump into any walls, it'll help.
All right, cool. All right, lead the way, Frederick.
Okay. He really is still trying to go with one eye. Okay, yes, okay. I go into this inn.
Okay. It doesn't have saloon doors. It's actually got like 2 French doors, but they're solid wood. Opens up. Their attempt to keep the dust down.
Okay.
It seems the establishment looks like it might have been, when they started building it, would have looked awesome, but they did not finish it all that great. So there were some areas that are painted, some not so much.
Mostly stucco.
With some wood.
Okay. 1 story, I'm guessing, or is it 2?
This one's actually 2.
Okay.
It is. This is the one of the larger buildings in town. There's a gentleman running the front desk. Shorter guy, definitely a big belly. Chops,
Probably a good cook.
or he has parasites.
I mean,
You
it
don't
could
know.
be either one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Could be. Could be the world's largest undiscovered tumor. You know, we never know.
You'd probably be dead.
It's the West.
It's you don't know.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know.
It's
Yeah.
Brit.
Yeah.
All right, so we're walking in. Frederick, do you want to start any conversations with the guy, or would you like me to?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. So, I walk up to this gentleman and I go, bonjour, monsieur.
Hey.
Just kidding. Kind of hurt.
Huh?
Hey.
Hey.
We're passing through town,
You up?
me and 4 other
What are
people
you
I'm
doing?
traveling with, and we might need to...
Need 4 rooms? Okay. Chairs. 1. Four rooms.
Are you hard of hearing?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Didn't know if you were just yelling at me or what.
I'm not yelling.
You're being
Oh.
rude.
Tulak's gonna fish the money out of his pocket and
And he actually grabs it and like touches your hand way too long and like slowly pets the money out and takes all the money out of your hand because you didn't. Well, thank you.
Wait, so you got 4 rooms?
I didn't pick any rooms. Blame Frederick.
Okay, never mind. It's fine. It's fine. I'll let
Oh,
you
it's
guys.
fine because it's Frederick and
No,
not
no,
Tulak.
no.
And so
I'll-
he starts moving. He
I'll
starts
let-
moving around.
I'll let you guys do the math.
Yep. That'll
Frederick,
do.
Frederick, are you sure? Are you sure, Frederick, that you only want 4 rooms? Frederick, are you
5
sure?
of us, Frederick.
Do you want me and you to share a room and a horse?
Wait, no.
Look, you want
It's
5
just-
rooms?
Yeah, Jeremiah.
What about Jeremiah?
But
1, 2, 3, 4,
We can be
5.
bunk buddies.
Or space
okay,
for activities.
okay. Well, anyway.
Okay, so you handed over like $20.
No, I didn't hand it all over. I pulled out some of the money. I didn't pull out
Okay.
all the money she gave me.
Well,
Everything that,
specify.
everything that was
so-
in your hand, he took it all.
Oh, well, he took half of what you gave
Yeah,
me. 'Cause
so
I pulled out about
Yeah,
half.
so like $10 in
So
coins.
we
It's
overpaid.
probably-
Yeah, and but
I can't
now
wait for you to
after
come back
after
and tell
he
me that.
now after he like pet and like kind of he did the whole number of like wrapping the fingers around, making sure.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, and yeah.
I can literally feel the
Tulok,
crawlies.
he's like,
Was
and he's gonna look at the guy and he's gonna say,
He just turns around and he just puts it in a little thing and. Yeah.
these importance?
just keep the change.
The
Okay.
crickets in the background make this a little better.
And he just kind of turns and he's looking like he's working. You know, like someone does that.
Yep.
So.
Hey,
Did we
do
get-
you know if Maurice is
How about the
around?
keys?
Maurice?
Maurice.
He's back in town, just up the
Okay.
road. And I think, and he's like patting around for like, looks like he's going for a pocket watch. And he just pulls out a dangly chain. He and they're gonna do a thing later.
Where?
Enjoy it stuff.
Where at later? What time?
He just swerves around.
Did you pay your pocket watch for any medicine?
What?
Is there something wrong with me?
No, I just
Yeah.
didn't know what
Something
happened.
wrong with you?
There's a yeah.
That's
Hey.
racist.
Right you are, sir. Right you are. I meant no offense.
This is getting weirder the longer it goes on.
Frederick, you have to
And
step
then-
in.
Yeah, Frederick, help
And
me.
he turns like
That's
your
all right.
clammy hands are
I'm just-
offensive.
Weird situation just happened, and he just doesn't. He's like, what? What is going on?
Well, the way you grabbed my clammy hands was offensive, sir.
He starts staring you down, and as he's staring, his left eye slowly turns to the middle.
I thank you, sir, for the rooms. I tap Frederick and I turn around to walk out. Frederick, do you come with me?
Yeah.
What about the keys?
So,
to the
Frederick,
room?
what-
The keys were.
Okay.
Did you grab the keys, Frederick?
Yes.
All right, cool. So once we're outside, I'm gonna look at Frederick and I go, "Where I'm from, his parents were probably related."
Wow.
They were not.
No way he heard that. Did he hear that? We were all the way outside.
You didn't say you did it stealthily.
Well, the doors were closed
Okay,
though.
all right.
But are they? They're
I said once we were all the way outside.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
He's
that
almost
would have been a
proud that
distance
they
in there.
weren't.
What'd you say?
What?
What'd you say, Frederick?
I said the way that Frog said that, it seems like this guy was almost proud that they were not.
Oh.
Like it was an accomplishment in his family or something.
That's the only part of my family tree that don't touch.
I'm sorry, okay.
We
My paw
stopped
went
our
out,
tree
got
from
him.
being a palm tree.
Yeah. Yikes. Anyways,
Oh, well,
Ending generational.
Frederick, is there
curses.
anything else you think we should check, or you want to go meet back up with everybody?
Oh, yeah,
I'll
we're
walk
good
back.
to meet up with them.
Do you?
Yeah,
I'm
I
going
think
to
they'll
them
swim.
because they're
Okay.
more
That's where we're going to. Is to her.
Okay, so this is you and Jeremiah going into the saloon, the Rowdy Rooster. He opens the door, and right as you go in, the distinct smell of chicken feces,
Wonderful.
and you can you can tell that there's there's a ring,
Oh,
and there's
there's-
definite
okay,
there's
okay.
cockfighting.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Very nice.
Let's play some.
yeah, and then so the bar itself is more of a half moon. You doing okay there?
Oh, I'm
Mace?
great. Just a little
It's a little hot.
sweaty.
We could possibly crack the door and might because if I turn the AC on right now,
It's a
That's
little
totally
too
fine.
loud.
Yeah, there's no reason to make the noise. I'm fine.
yeah.
I got this hat. Works wonders.
Okay, there we go. All right. Sorry everybody that's watching. and us later watching and entertained by that. I just have to move a few things and I can get the fan to go.
All good.
But the bar is kind of like a half circle from the wall, and the fight arena is definitely the center point.
Is it like pretty rowdy in there?
At the moment, no. There's a few individuals. There's of course 2 or 3 guys passed out at the bar.
Right.
Looks like they're gonna possibly wake up soon because they're starting to move a little bit to buy some more drinks. So.
Okay. Is there anybody who sticks out, or anybody that's like?
Like what do you mean sticks out?
Like, is there anybody in this the Rowdy Rooster that would catch Jade's eye for having anything like expensive or?
Roll of thievery.
Okay. This is the first time I've had to use my thievery in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 2 successes.
Okay. You're tracking the room, and this would be a horrible room to be trying to make a profit.
Okay. Cool.
But with that roll, a lot of these individuals could be very dangerous, you feel.
Wonderful.
You've learned over time if someone's you can tell what handed somebody is, and if their index finger is a little bit softer, that they've used it a bit. Then there's individuals that look like they've been in knife fights because they've got a lot of cuts.
Yep.
So everyone there can definitely
Tussle?
scuffle.
Okay.
The bartender, he's got the working sleeves on, and he's missing some fingers.
Okay.
With that thievery, it looks like someone bit those 2 fingers off because of how gnarly it is.
Okay, so with that,
Yep.
Jade would go to the bar.
Okay. What's going on?
I think they're being funny.
Nothing,
But
sir.
anyway, Jade would go to the bar,
Okay.
and just order a drink from the bartender to see if like she can spark a conversation without being like weird.
Okay. So what Jeremiah does is he actually stops you,
Okay.
and he brings up the money, and he orders a drink for you.
Okay.
And the bartender slides the drink over, looks you up and down, and then stops, of course, that you're wearing pants, and just kind of takes a few steps, and Jeremiah's like, just, do you have some questions, boss?
What did you
He said, I think they're racist. I think he's right. Gotta play it up.
I am
Well,
mainly.
they're not treating him different or anything. He's
Well, keep in mind too, I'm
He's
in
playing a
pants.
part though.
yeah.
Yeah, I know you're wearing pants.
Yeah, so just so you know, social interactions, if someone does have an issue, will be 1 to 2 steps more
Okay.
difficult.
Okay. And is this one of those situations?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Love that for me.
Yep.
So I would kind of like quietly, when
Mhm.
I'm talking to Jeremiah, I would say I'm mainly just trying to read the room and see if there's anything that we can learn about Maurice or the townsfolk.
Well, I wouldn't want to scrap with most of them if they had any of their weapons on them, it looks like. Asking about Maurice himself, you could just ask, or do you want me to go and ask somebody?
I'll let you ask. Unless you're uncomfortable with that.
Well, who do you want me to ask? Do you want me to ask the guy that's been in knife fights, who's a shootist, or the guy who beat someone to death with his bare hands, it looks like?
Dealer's choice.
Mm-hmm.
Picks up the chicken.
He
He just leaves.
So he cracks his neck, and he goes up to the guy that definitely has knuckle marks.
So I would say, before Jeremiah leaves, I would say, I have your back regardless.
Oh. Well, thank you. It's like, or whatever. Do you follow him to hear the conversation?
Yes.
Okay. He just sits down at the table and just starts staring him down.
Okay.
He's gonna play against himself right now.
Fighting my own demons.
Yeah. I've been fighting my own demons so long, we're placing bets.
Oh my gosh. The guy that he's staring at just sets his drink down. What do you want? Well, we come here with my boss lady, and we're here to help one of our friends with his eye. Heard this Maurice fella might have something good to help fix it. And the gentleman's like, well, a little bit they're gonna do a little show thing. Then we can actually enjoy a fight. But he's got stuff to fix stuff.
I'd be drinking this pain tonic and fighting afterward. Oh, that's quite the
He
fight.
pointed at the
chickens?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
the chickens.
I thought that was gonna be really cool. Sorry.
Have you ever seen that?
In
Growing up,
Brazil, actually.
Yeah, cockfights are crazy. Oh gosh. Grew up on a farm. And then it starts to be almost like a weird conversation of kind of like fighter talk, you know, in a kind of a roundabout way, kind of
Weighing it.
weighing things. And the guy that was at the table drinks his drink, turns his glass upside down, and just leaves the room. So, and you're definitely keeping a track on everything, and he glances back, and he does not. He looks a little flush, looks a little white. I mean, leaving
Okay.
the room.
Okay.
After that conversation, Jeremiah's like, well, we know Maurice is here, and we know we don't have to deal with that pansy.
Yeah.
I don't think he actually. I think he just hit some rocks with his fists. Idiot. He stands up.
So Jade at that point would be ready to step out.
Okay.
Just because it's an interesting room for her to be in,
Yep.
so she'd be ready.
Now about this time, Frederick and Tulak would have been
Close.
beginning of entering, and then Cedric would have been coming. He's about 2 buildings away. This
Okay.
time frame.
Tulak probably
Well, I
would have
mean-
waited outside once he saw,
Okay.
if he saw Cedric and waited for him.
Okay.
Okay, so everybody okay, so Jade and Jeremiah would exit the building
Okay.
A
then.
little fast shuffle watch.
Cedric, how was your walk?
How was your walk?
I think I found the place we are looking for. It's this big old wagon with crazy colors, and it looks suspicious. And based on what I've seen before, this could be the elixir stand we are looking for.
Frederick and I heard that Maurice is definitely in town, and he's doing some kind of show or demonstration of some kind later.
That's what I heard as well. Did you guys happen to find out where?
No, we didn't. I'm gonna look at Fred. Tulak's gonna look at Frederick like, no, he didn't say.
Jade would reach her hand back out for the money But
Oh
you,
no.
Tulok is gonna very confidently just reach out and pull the.
So Jade would.
After he's gonna.
Oh boy.
So
There's
Jade would.
nothing in there, right?
No, there is, but there's significantly less than there should be.
So Jade would then open her hands and do a mental tally.
We're very generous today. Listen, I'm not going back.
I think from here on out I will deal with the hotel and put it back.
I'm gonna look at Frederick and say, I wish you would.
So I think we need to.
What if we stay? Are we staying?
We don't know yet.
We need to find the event.
But just in case, it's nice to have a place to sleep.
If not, then we just gave him 10 more.
Anyway,
Oh well.
bygones be bygones at this point. We need to do what?
They do refunds, right?
So
Not if we're chased
with this,
down.
you hear
Probably
a
not.
kung, like the bell getting hit
Oh,
with a
gosh.
hammer. Kung.
So the only person who knows.
That is where I was at.
And you hear like after about 5 of them, you hear doors opening and just people start filing out.
Like single file.
It's definitely a little eerie.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute.
Like,
They get out and then they're like in lines.
Do they look possessed or anything? Can I roll an insight into this?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Please don't be.
That's
awful.
legit like Pied Piper and the Mice stuff right there.
Oh, no way! Okay, so I got 2 successes and the 19.
2 successes. Okay. You're like, you maybe. Okay, they're not possessed by something, but they've definitely done this before.
Parvalov's dogs.
You when you were going through Canada and stuff, you
Mhm.
saw that they made you go to one of the churches,
Mm-hmm.
and you saw a baptism, and it's
Mm-hmm.
very reminiscent to you
Okay.
of that.
Very interesting.
You were definitely
Yep.
like, okay, so you're getting that kind of vibe, but it's different
Okay.
because it's still going. And what do you guys do?
I would follow.
Well, hang on. Before I let you get too far, I'm gonna look over at Jeremiah, and I'm gonna say, did they do this before? Last time you were here?
If they did, it wasn't when I was here. I really wish I wanted to come with y'all.
I'm gonna look at Jade.
He's not looking very happy.
Okay. I'm gonna look over at Jade. How do you want us to play this? Are we trying to stay quiet? Or we want to take him as soon as we see him? What's the plan here?
We're not gonna take him in front of the whole town of people who.
The whole town will probably rise up. And
Yeah, I really don't want a mob. So, we're gonna take the approach
Okay,
that
but-
we're getting help for our friends.
What do we do if he starts to give it to someone?
You're just packed. Like
Do
you're just in
we-
front
do
of the
we
ceiling right now
enter-
talking.
Well, I guess it
Just
depends
so
on what
I
Jade
can-
said. Yeah.
Probably off to the side, away from the main
There's like a in between buildings you could
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
So we're in the alleyway.
Roll a stealth for me.
All of us or just Jade?
Oh no, she's leading the.
Aren't you glad you're the leader?
3 successes.
Yeah, you actually
Nice.
everyone packs in ahead of time. You grab Cedric and you kind of
Perfect,
brought him
perfect.
in even deeper because he didn't necessarily notice the shadow,
Right.
and it's really eerie in this alleyway because when that bell is struck, it's like reverberating
Yeah.
because there's
It's
you're hearing the
perfect
glass.
to have a conversation.
Yep.
So, I think personally we don't need to intervene tonight. This is a large group of people. I would prefer not to fight all of them after what I've seen in the Rowdy Rooster. I would prefer that we just play that we're looking to get help for Frederick, and we will assess the situation after whatever happens. I think it's a bad idea to go into this thinking we're going to take this guy out and we're going to prevent people from taking this.
Copy that.
And I think all of you need to be watchful, but I think we all need to be on the same page. Jade would then look at Cedric that we're not taking this away at this present time. Because we again, and Jade would again, we're not here to intervene at this time.
Alright, so if things go wrong,
We're
do we
just
run?
here. We're just here.
Yeah, what if something goes wrong?
If something goes wrong, do we run? Do we fight?
Like some voodoo stuff.
Define what you. So define what you think.
Well, we have a voodoo guy. We've got it all.
Jade at this point would go shh 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 shh. So, I think we should have a plan to, if something goes wrong, to rendezvous back over by the bridge. Because that's a fair distance away. And we can reassess the situation. But I don't think we should be prepared to fight townspeople.
Copy that.
And innocent until proven guilty people.
Okay.
And watch your
We gotta
pockets.
get moving.
If this is anything like what I've seen in lines,
Jade would clear her throat and say, "Frederick, make sure you watch your buckets."
Alright, we should get moving.
Pull
We're
out
gonna
my
miss the
walkie.
show.
Oh boy. Okay, so from the Rowdy Rooster, just so you know, this would be long range to walk
Okay.
from there. So you leave your horses just.
I would take my horse.
Okay.
But then you'd be the only one on horseback. They all walked.
That doesn't mean I can't get my
Alright.
tie my horse closer.
That's fine.
Like,
That's fine.
get
I'm
off
just
my
letting you
horse.
know.
Yeah. Oh,
Might be
well,
more
I'm well
noticeable.
aware, but
Oh, okay.
I'm not. I'm not
back on the
prepared.
horse.
Tulok doesn't grab his mule.
No.
Oh.
I think my mules want to rest. So
Yeah, as you were walking up, they were staring you down, and as you're leaving, they're staring
So
you
actually,
down.
what
Wink
Jade
at
would do as they were approaching, she would just be walking and have the reins over her horse,
Okay.
and then right before they round the corner, Jade would then
Okay.
she wouldn't tie her horse, but
Okay.
her horse would listen if she said stay.
Yeah. Okay. So, and as you're kind of curving around, this is where everybody you see there's like a tent village inside this town,
Okay.
Okay.
kind of encircling this area, and now Cedric, there's like torches set up.
Oh. I've seen that before.
Nope.
That is new.
And the individual hitting the bell with the hammer is actually a woman.
Mm.
Is she
She
like
like
a
a
big
big-
woman?
No.
Okay.
No. And right
Wait a
next to
minute.
her is another.
Is it like unnaturally strong?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Okay.
No, it's like a.
Like she's like real dainty and then.
No, it's
Like,
think
oh.
of like a 2-pound hammer with a
Okay.
really long handle.
All right.
Like it's
Gotcha.
It's
Yep.
it makes sense.
and as you're going out, because you have to pass by, these are two shorter, beautiful Hispanic women. Must be twins.
Okay.
Like standing next to it, and they're just smiling, and like
Like show.
Like
yeah.
genuinely, not like creepy or anything.
Like show
Oh, a
show
little
like
creepy, like
like
show, yeah,
assistance.
like show assistance. Yeah, that'd be a
Okay.
good way.
Okay.
Alright, yep.
That's what I was
So
thinking.
you've
like,
definitely seen that
Yes.
before.
yes.
Tulok's probably seen that too.
Yeah.
His travels, yeah.
Probably all of us have seen
Yes,
something.
you've
like that.
definitely seen that. And so now, going up, you can kind of there's a lot more people here than the town looks like it should have. Like you're pushing like a group of over like 150.
Yeah, let's not cause problems
Yeah,
if we
you
can
see
avoid it,
But
why-
guys.
they're all different ages and everything, and they're just kind of like excited. And out from that wagon, pops a interesting fellow with a top hat that's kind of bent,
Okay.
and then it kind of bends back up. So his left eye turns in. His front 2 teeth are sideways.
It's like the Mad Hatter.
And he's smiling. He's definitely got kind of like it looks like his left leg's a little bit shorter than the other one when he walks, and he's kind of like and his clothing is pretty well tailored. Kind of he's probably about like 5'10". And when he starts talking, you definitely notice he has a horrible stutter. Like it's almost like you can't really get past that. Like it's
Like, yeah, it's one of those where you're like,
yeah. Just to welcome. It's me, Maurice, and I'm back, and I'm here to help.
Just cut to like off guard. He's looking at everybody like,
oh,
you guys
I
heard
thought
this
you were
too?
looking at me like that. I was like,
Yeah.
what? You never heard a stutter before?
Yeah.
And then those two
That's what I was like, what?
yeah, those two ladies come up and they kind of start going through the crowd looking for people, and I'm guessing you guys are kind of back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jade at this point would not want to get any
It's too like I
closer.
have to pick Jada. She'd see.
Despite the cheekiness, yes, I will get closer.
You get closer?
No.
Tulok's gonna go with him.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Tulok
somebody
will
needs
go
to
with him, but not in like
I'm
a
staying
threatening way.
back because I'm very
And-
noticeable. So is you. So are you.
Is it dark enough that I have to take off my sunglasses, or can I still leave them on?
Well, it's probably close to 7, but it's
With all the
July.
torches,
Yeah,
it's probably okay.
Yeah,
it's-
it's probably light enough.
It's alright.
Alright.
Jeremiah has his hat down and he's got his sunglasses on still, and he is shadowing you, not saying a single thing, and he's got his hands in his jacket pockets.
Yep.
And roll me an insight, actually.
He's loaded up.
I like that I'm getting to have all this like bonding time
I wanna
with
be
Jeremiah.
behind
Where is my
Jeremiah, just
insight?
You're behind.
Yeah, just stay kind of hiding.
2 successes.
2 successes.
I have to
Okay,
be to my child.
you're kind of making a connection. All those people lined up, the way that they were acting, probably make him feel very uncomfortable
Yep,
and very defensive.
Yep.
And the way he talked about getting his horse, things are kind of lining up.
Yep. Yep.
What exactly did he go through? And this might become entertaining in a dark way.
Okay.
But you can definitely tell his hands are clenched around his dusters, and he's pushing his vest down and up, just like he's trying to like calm himself down with things that calm him down, and also at the same time keeping an eye on everything.
So, Jada's a supportive character, so she would just very gently like pat one of his hands.
Okay, roll a counsel.
That's the first time I've gotten to actually use my.
Mhm.
Yeah, she just rose too long.
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay, he acts differently, and you get another fortune because you actually used your nature.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is
Now,
it righteous to go on a massacre? I'm just kidding.
now, when Tulok, when you were walking past the bell,
Okay.
your arm started to feel funny.
Oh.
My right arm.
Yeah.
The axe is connected.
Like all the spots. In
Funny
your arm.
how?
Remember how that one spot was moving?
Huh?
Like all of them started
Like, is
moving.
it magnetized towards it?
They just started moving.
Okay,
that-
well,
And that specific one started like going way faster, and you're hearing like just like the beginnings of a growl as you're walking past the bell, and then in the crowd. And once the bell stopped, they started slowing down. But you're feeling something, being in this crowd at the moment.
Can you go into further detail? Can I ask?
You can ask.
Okay.
Are you gonna ask?
I'm gonna ask Fred. No, I'm gonna ask Dax.
How are you asking?
That's a great question. Let me think about this for just a second.
Hey, but what if it like?
I'm going to.
Yeah, that's why you can't present it right now.
How does he do this? He's not gonna. Yeah, start spinning in circles.
He might like that,
He's
though.
going to connect with that spot in the back of his mind, that emotional connection there.
Or Frederick
And
and
he's-
Tulak holding hands to make
No.
sure he doesn't get
No,
lost.
but Tulak might put his hand on the back of his unseeing shoulder because he's behind Frederick,
Mhm.
just to help him walk, because he's going to be kind of focused on that little
That
nub.
would be very helpful in a crowd.
And while doing that, he's going to start by just taking an inventory and trying to see what the axe is feeling without actually speaking to it yet. Just trying to connect with it and see what it's doing. Because his objective is to find out what it's feeling in reaction to the bells.
Okay.
Or if it's the crowd. So just trying to get a gauge.
Roll an insight then.
I'm glad you didn't say sorcery. I was nervous. Critical fail right now would be real bad.
You specified feeling.
Yeah, I was trying to be very careful. I may be slow, but I'm good at it. Okay, let's see.
So you're good at being slow.
2 successes.
2 successes.
Right? That's the same.
Yeah.
Yep, 2 successes.
Great.
It's strange. It's almost like anger, excitement, and hunger all kind of mixed together.
Oh.
Huh.
At the bells or at the group of people?
That's just what you're getting.
You
Okay.
didn't ask.
Anger, excitement, and hunger.
Spooky.
Okay. Tulak's gonna. Or wait, are we still walking, Frederick?
Yeah. Well,
Towards the front? Because I'm just following Frederick leads at this point.
are you?
while I'm
How
focused.
close are you going?
I would like to get to close range.
You're okay. Close range. All right.
Okay.
So you're having to kind of push through the crowd, and you're seeing those 2 women, and as you're closer, they look like they're between like 18 to 21, like that
Okay.
that age, and they're like checking people's like hands and everything, and do you try to get their attention?
Hang on, before you do that, Tulak's gonna squeeze your shoulder enough that you know he's trying to get your attention, and he's gonna
Okay,
lean
yeah.
over and he's gonna whisper, "Something has the axe excited and hungry. We need to be mindful up here." And I'm hoping that you're gonna know what that means, because I think he's told Frederick more than anyone else anything about the axe, and you're kind of an expert on this kind of thing, or at least more so than Tulak is. So.
Yeah, Frederick will nod and. Yeah, I'm just gonna nod. I'm not gonna say anything right now.
Perfect. Yeah, Tulak's gonna take his hand off your shoulder because he's all the way back with you now mentally, and he's just
Okay.
gonna follow you up to the front.
Okay.
And he's gonna look. Is Tulak tall enough to see over the crowd at Jade? Way back there.
You see every once in a while, see her.
Okay, I'm gonna try to give her a look that says something's up, but there's nothing to do yet. He's gonna try to communicate that with
Roll
her.
an insight.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, just
Something's up. There's nothing.
it's gonna be 3 to know that there's something up, but not to act now.
Yeah.
Because he
Okay.
specified 2 things with a glance.
So it's 3. Can
Yeah.
I give
Can
you
I help?
a fortune?
Yeah.
Good
Totally
idea.
can.
So
Yeah.
The one she
my
just
fortune
got.
gives you immediately.
2 successes.
It's as you rolled 1, but you have
Oh.
to have a focus. So if you have a
What's your
focus, that
focus?
means you have
an
2.
insight. Yeah, no, it's 1.
So it's
That's
1.
one
So
success.
that would be 1 success already. So you just need 2.
Can I assist her at all since I'm giving the look?
No.
How?
Trying to figure out how to.
Okay.
His
Oh
sister.
my god!
No!
What is that? 2 20s?
It
Yes,
is. It is
it is
2
two
critical
20s.
fails.
2 20s. Let me.
Oh my! Can I like undo that with another fortune?
By definite, you can. Like I can just use those. How about? Do you want to succeed with a cost?
You can never hate on me for my rolls again.
Just the demon.
I think-
Christopher, it's danger.
I think I will succeed at a cost.
Okay.
Just because there's a lot of
Okay.
people.
Alright. You did use a fortune.
Okay.
Now, there are 2 complications. You succeeded at a cost. Okay, let me.
Oh my gosh.
Golly.
These are reminders for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you look and like you automatically like, wait a second, is he in trouble? And then he looked back and he didn't look back at you. So you're like, oh, okay. So now you're just definitely keeping an eye on
Yeah,
him.
and I'm like,
And Jeremiah saw that in you, and he started going into the crowd. He left your side.
okay.
no.
Okay. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Now,
Oh, no.
yep. And you're watching Jeremiah, and Jeremiah is looking wherever Tulak is looking. And if he looks there for like 2 seconds, he's just walking towards that person.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So Jade would then immediately
Yeah.
go into the crowd
Yeah.
after Jeremiah because
I'm still following Jeremiah.
she would then realize
Oh, yeah,
that
You're still following Jeremiah.
It's no, but what you
Because I can't see past him,
Yeah.
so I'm just
Okay.
going with it.
now Jeremiah is he
We're all gonna be in the front row.
like he purposely kind of walks in a way that he's a big
Mhm.
a
well,
big
he's a
personality.
big guy anyway.
Yeah. Well, right now, like his sleeves usually aren't like they're kind of baggy on him. They're tight on his arms. Like he's been clenching enough that it seems that he's putting a lot of blood into his upper body, ready to
Throw hands.
throw things. And
Okay.
Bullets, knives,
I wanted
people,
to get
whatever.
his attention, but I don't know if I want to now.
So
roll
I die on
me
the spot.
roll me an acrobatics. You'll be rolling an acrobatics because you're gonna have to go through this
yeah, I'm gonna have
crowd.
to
Oh,
go
just
through the
her.
Now
crowd.
Okay.
you
Go
are
ahead.
you trying to
I
get
have-
his attention?
No, I'm just still behind him.
Okay,
Like,
you
if he's
roll.
clenched up, I'm not like.
Here, go ahead and you roll first
I want
'cause
you
you're
to.
close.
I want you to roll
Here, just
a.
don't roll it.
I want you to roll an athletics to just be able to keep up with him.
Oh no.
I have 2 successes.
Yep, you're
Where's
getting there.
athletics? Or is it
Athletics is
acrobatics?
under bronze.
Oh, I see it. I see it. I do not keep up with him. I have not
Okay,
succeeded
you're-
a single
okay,
roll
you're-
today.
You get stuck between like. There's this old couple that like he just walks.
Old?
He walks in
Blend
between.
in with the old couple.
Okay, so he like kind of busts through them, and they go right back to each other, and they grab each other's arms. Here.
No, I'll be like, I'm just like sitting behind them
Yep.
because they're old and we kind of blend in with the hair.
And he just,
Yeah,
but
it's clever.
he keeps going. Now you were looking at one of those Hispanic girls,
Oh,
and he's
no.
walking straight towards one of
Do
them.
I notice it? Or is he behind me? Or
He's
How
behind
close
you.
am I?
You got 2 successes. You're like 1 person away, so you can grab at him if you want.
Okay, I want to try to
Okay,
grab,
okay.
reach out and grab him.
Okay, when you grab his arm,
Uh-oh.
it feels warm. Like, and he's.
Is he just gonna to
No.
the lady?
Well, she would say his
Yeah.
name.
Now, with
Should be like
you
Jeremiah.
you felt with Zeke and Carlos like when they rage blacked out.
Yeah.
His world is disappearing right now because he's been aimed, and you just got his attention, and his eyes are like even past
Wonderful.
the glasses. You can see
Okay.
that they're like bloodshot, and he calms down right away, but he's like.
Oh.
Something
Disaster
like,
avoid.
like he's going through a lot of stuff right now.
I really thought like I was like
You needed
We're
the
all
2 to
about
get
go down
through.
fighting.
yeah I was
Yeah.
like man
This-
all right here we go. I'm
Now-
about to.
Now the 2 women kind of go back, and then
We're
Marie's kind of
close to the front.
yeah.
Okay.
You're all like you started off almost like right at the cusp of long or medium range.
Okay.
Then you're right at the cusp of medium close range.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
And they're probably close.
Oh, they're-
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're up
Okay.
in the front row.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
basically.
almost a few steps away from being engaged
Okay.
I'm very
with Maurice. Yeah.
Yeah,
you're-
you.
We don't even
Now,
know where you are.
I'm like
Okay,
picked up
you're-
by, like an old person.
But you have your alchemist bag on you, right?
Mhm.
You have 10 ingredients in it.
I do.
Now, if you remember, like, if you want to use anything, you have to spend ingredients.
Mhm.
Just poison
But so
everybody.
however many ingredients it takes. Remember, you're a dabbler. You can make
Smoke bomb.
anything. It just takes twice as many things if it's not your specialty. But you have 10 ingredients at the moment, so you can make anything, and you could have had it in your bag, and we'll roll for that. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make something cool.
I'm throwing that out there just for game mechanic stuff.
Yeah.
Now those girls go back and they start dancing. Like they,
Sorry, I just went like.
yeah. Now they start dancing. And Maurice is like smiling. He has a bottle up in his hand, and it's like this, and then he rattles one of the wind chimes and does a really like, and then hands it to the other bottle.
Are people like cheering and like freaking
Yeah,
out?
it is
Okay.
really.
Okay.
It's odd.
I'm like
It's
imagining like a concert almost, but like
but with
not.
like it.
Cedric's into it.
Did y'all ever see Ballad of Buster Scruggs?
I love
Yes.
that
Yes.
movie.
Okay,
No,
you haven't.
Frederick.
no.
No, it's
How
okay.
dare you?
Well, it's easier for you to understand this. Like the guy that didn't have any
Yes.
arms or legs.
Yes.
The way that people were watching, this is really.
The
They're
excited,
into it. They're,
yes. Okay.
This is almost like they are watching like a production, but they're being extremely entertained.
Like more than they should be.
Uh,
Or is it just that they don't get much entertainment?
Both.
roll an insight on that for me.
It was me.
Okay.
Unless you want to roll one too.
No.
Okay. Four successes. Wow.
As you're walking through,
That's incredible.
you're kind of hearing that this is like people are talking about how much he's changed and how much more confidence he has. It's kind of like he is
Like hometown hero.
yeah, like
okay.
or he's changed things around, and then because you had 4,
I get a momentum?
no.
Oh.
Because you had 4, you actually overhear something like him meeting those two girls was the best thing that ever happened to him.
Oh,
Ooh.
spicy. All right, cool.
The 2 girls. All right, so
They're the
Jeremiah-
dealers.
Get them.
So
We got our targets.
because you had 4, that's because you
Okay.
had so many. Now
Man, way to go, Tulok.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
really good because
So-
we're over here about to kill this like Maurice.
now he's
A little bit of back.
and he starts explaining like this can help with, and he starts listing off different ailments it can help with, but it really helps with pain just in general. So any like back pain, knee pain, and there's a guy's like, it definitely helps with that, and they're like, yeah, because he like raises his arm up and you can hear them.
Oh my gosh.
You're like,
Whoa!
and he's like, he
Cracking his bone spurs or something.
Yep. So what do you guys do? Do you just keep watching this really weird?
Yeah, I mean,
After
I feel like
hearing that,
Yeah.
Tulok's gonna pay more attention to the girls to see what he can figure out about them.
Okay.
And he's just gonna trust his other companions to be watching Maurice. So he'll try to watch both, but he's gonna keep a special
Are you
focus
gonna
on the girls.
tell anybody else?
Well, I'll lean in
I-
front of Fred, or right next to Frederick. I'll lean up to him and I'll say, "Are you hearing what they're saying about it's the girls that have made his life so much better?"
Are you whispering?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Roll
said
a
it
stealth.
forward.
Okay.
and
I just
whispered.
Should I
Yeah.
talk to the old people and try and get some information?
Do you think you can?
I don't know, cause
I feel like Jade
wanna
at this
be-
point would be solely focused on like
I want to say like
Jeremiah,
Y-
because
y-
like
yeah.
that would have been like
Oh yeah, you.
terrifying.
Yeah.
I want to say it's like my
No
first time
successes,
here,
but no critical
and
fails.
I don't know anything about him, but I don't want them to be like, it's his first time here, get him a drink, and then they throw me up at the front.
Okay. Well, so you think you're being pretty quiet in a group of people that are whooping and hollering. So what do you tell Frederick?
I just lean up and say, "Hey, it sounds like." What does he say? It sounds like these girls have connected him with a lot of improvements. They might be worth keeping an eye on.
Oh, yeah. They're worth keeping an eye on.
They're dancing women.
Okay, so are you gonna try to talk to him?
Oh,
Dude,
I
YOLO.
don't want to get outed though.
No, it's Caleb
YOLO.
asking Cedric if he's gonna be talking to those old
So-
people.
Think of what you would have to talk to them successfully.
If I wanted to act like an old person, which I am kind of old, a little bit
You're
old.
in your
I mean, I'm in my
40s, right?
50s.
50s.
So that's
Late
not too
50s.
old, but
That's pretty old for
Uh,
West. For the Wild West.
yeah, that's true. I would like, I
You're
would
the
want to
oldest in the
like,
group.
what would I need to roll for that?
He's like, let me weigh this
Persuasion.
out.
Now, just so you know, in the new character sheet that I've made, I have a deception. One.
Ooh, spicy.
What would that be? Is persuasion again?
Yeah, we're just gonna use persuasion because it's
I have
within
a
your.
7 persuasion.
That's up to you.
Yeah.
Like, do you think Cedric feels that he can?
I mean, it's Cedric.
It's
I
Cedric.
personally,
It's Cedric. He would think
He
he
would-
can.
okay.
He would
So
say
do it.
he would do it, but
Listen, it's a memory of
All
mine.
right, we're gonna make it interesting.
it's a memory
Okay,
if
I want
nothing
another
else.
dice.
Everybody does.
You want another dice?
Yeah.
At the cost of a
Sorry,
dread.
guys. Sorry, guys.
Listen, that's okay. I need
Honestly,
someone to break my record. With our 2 critical fails over here.
just 40.
That honestly, I was like, I'm dying. I'm just lightning strikes, and I just.
They're calling me up to the front.
Yeah. Well, and then
Sugar,
the
make her drink the medicine.
the Jeremiah thing. I
Yeah.
was like, I'm getting laid
I got
out
one
right
success.
here.
What?
My first success was.
You got a
Yay!
success? Okay. They. So what do you ask them?
I probably lean up and with a little bit raspier voice. Maybe not like what I'm about to do, but it'd be like. Let me see.
Just go for it.
You can shut the door now.
That's okay. I'd be
There
like,
you go.
you seem like experienced folk here. I'm new here. What's this young feller all about?
Oh, this is Maurice. He was the town's drunks kid.
Town's drunks, kid. Well, he looks like a mighty fine child.
Yeah, he always aspired to a lot. Never really thought much of it, but a few years ago he seemed to figure something out, and it just helps people out.
You know what? Good for him. He's turning his laugh around, and then I'd move it back a little bit. So
Okay.
see if I can
He'd
just.
be-
Well
he'd be like-
played.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, cool.
He'd be like, wow, I just did
First
something really.
success of
Okay, so you're
possession.
paying attention to them.
Well, I'm also keeping an eye on Maurice, but
Your eyes
the
are like.
majority, I'm doing a lot of looks at what they're doing just to keep an eye on them.
Okay, roll a discipline.
Great. Discipline is
need to-
something
you
too.
need
I'm
to
not
do-
great at 2 successes.
I won't tell you because you're paying attention to them.
We're just not gonna give any dread. It's okay. We'll just see what happens here. 1 success and a 19.
One success. Are you trained in it?
He
Yes.
is-
I have a focus of 2.
One success. Okay, you're definitely getting a. You're really drawn. You're wanting to watch them more than like
Yeah.
kind of a beyond a Lily situation.
Yeah.
From yeah, you're yeah
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah
yeah.
yeah
Ooh. You see what I'm trying to do?
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Alright.
Huh.
So you're a little distracted.
Yep.
Okay.
So what do you keep an eye on, Frederick?
I'm keeping an eye on Maurice. I'm actually hoping that he'll offer a handout or need someone for an example.
Oh,
So are you like trying
Oh,
to get their
no.
attention, or?
If Maurice is not leading into, which I've seen a couple of these shows before, so I think I would know.
Mhm.
But if he's not leading into like, I need someone from the audience kind of
Yeah.
thing, then yes, I'll get the attention of the ladies.
Okay.
The ladies.
They actually kind of point to certain individuals that they've already looked at, because that's the best way to do that kind of show.
Yep.
And it seems they've already kind of been treated before, but they actually get a free bottle.
Oh wow!
So
Just for showing up to the
Yep.
show.
for just those certain individuals, so that what they do is it's almost like a testimonial talking about like different things, like, and you're like, okay, and then he is a horrible showman, like
Yeah.
horrible. Like it's like you are.
It's like painfully awkward
Yeah,
for
like
everybody.
but like, the people are excited for it, and then you're kind of thinking like, what in the world is going on with the lines? Like all that's running through your head, and then he just kind of abruptly stops, and he just goes back into his wagon, and the girls just kind of wave, and people are like, oh, okay, gotcha. If you recall, Ivan said he's a horrible salesman.
Yeah, that's a horrible salesman thing.
Yeah.
It's gotta be the
no
women.
closer, no like 3 simple steps, no. You've got the world's best elixir.
And then, like, as he was he did a circle, and he hit all the wind chimes around his thing, and then he just went in his wagon.
Okay, what do the girls do?
It has to
Do
be
they
the
like
women.
go in
They're
with it?
waving at people and like shaking hands with some of them,
Enchantress.
and they're just by the wagon.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're like enchantresses or something.
I
Yeah.
would approach one of the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
You taking
and-
Jeremiah with you?
Hello.
I mean, like he's free to do whatever he wants. I'm not pulling him along,
Oh,
but I
okay.
imagine he's
So
probably.
okay, once you
close.
step in front of him, he's shadowing you, and he's got his hands out of his pockets, but now he has his hat off. Because the crowd kind of dispersed, so it's a different.
It's a different atmosphere.
So
So, Jade would,
While you're doing your
So-
thing. Go ahead.
Jade would like reach out to kind of like shake their hand if they're still doing that and stuff, and she'd say hello, and then she would say, I have a friend who is mighty interested in these elixirs. Can I purchase one of those from you, or how does that work?
well, the one that you're talking to definitely looks you up and down and like keeps checking.
Because I'm wearing
Yep.
pants. Okay.
And has a very strong Spanish accent.
Okay.
Looks over to her sister. It's like, and being close up, they're definitely twins.
Okay.
And she comes over and she's got a little bag and grabs a bottle, and then sorcery check. And then like shows you the bottle, and it's like the exact bottle that you've seen. But the thing is, remember, they're all different sized bottles and
Right,
stuff. It's
right.
always just the same thing on the front, written in chalk.
Okay.
And then it looks like they just took like a paint lacquer and just put it over top
Yeah,
of it.
so it wouldn't. Okay.
And it's horrible, everything, but like
this is like she's like.
yeah, but she's really like happy to show it to you, and it's Maurice's magical elixir, and like it trails off, and
Yeah,
it's
it's
like barely
it's really
fits.
small and like yeah.
Yeah, and she's she like being the first time I'm not good with Spanish accents, so I'm not even gonna try it. I don't. So that would just be $1. Next bottle, more.
Okay. So Jade would
Okay.
give $1.
Okay. And alright. And as you're and if you pocket the bottle, she grabs your hand and is like, hopefully this helps.
Okay. Okay.
Tulok is going to look over at Frederick and say, I'm going to check something real quick, but then do you want to speak to Maurice and see if he can give you some of the elixir for your eye?
Absolutely, yeah.
That's what she just did.
Yeah, but she talked to the girls. We want to talk to
And I
Maurice.
technically didn't give a name, so they don't know.
Can I help with
So,
the sorcery check? Because I am
Well,
pretty...
a sorcery check, there has to be something that makes you think about sorcery. Like, what are you looking into? Like, what?
The fact that
I didn't hear about the ladies. Never mind.
just the whole everything from when I walked in with the axe to the way the crowd's been acting, combined with the wind chimes. So Tulak's just
Okay, all right.
and the fact that these girls have been, he's like, why? What is going on? And so he's trying to figure out after the conversation with the girls. So his primary check. Oh gosh.
Could I
is
do?
probably going to be with the girls.
Could I
and
do
the wind
another
chimes.
check
He's feeling a little.
on? I don't know what you'd want to call this, but
He's
how
dice.
could a drunkard's
You're
like,
looking for
a almost disabled drunkard's son become so popular?
I'll find it in a second. I gotta roll first.
not necessarily a.
Not like disabled. He's got like the short leg and the stutter, and he's got all that stuff.
He's
got a lot of problems.
He actually looks very kind of similar to what Billy the Kid kind of looked like,
Oh, okay.
but his incisors definitely being crooked like that, and actually like a little bit longer is definitely a almost rabbit-ish.
Well, I'm thinking more from the social status of a drunkard's son.
Okay, so we could that would maybe be a society. So
Would you like a dread, sir?
Sure.
Because I would like a third die, and I don't know how else to get one.
Oh, here's your
You
extra
also
die.
can get an immediate
have one.
success.
Yeah,
with a
you could be
fortune
using
point.
fortune points.
Might as well. Let's just use a fortune instead of a dread then.
Okay.
So then I'm only rolling 2 still, but it gives me 1 automatic
Yes.
success.
Yeah.
But if I have a focus in it, is it 2 successes?
That's 2 successes if
So
you
you
have
have 2
focus.
successes.
Awesome. So then please just don't fail. And then I got 2 more successes for 4 successes.
Nice. 4 successes? Okay. That dance is very reminiscent of. It's not the same, but there's definitely something in that dance.
Okay. Like a hypnosis kind of, like a magic spell on us, or
You did have 4. You've seen something like that to definitely to get attention and kind of keep it.
Okay.
Almost a hypnosis thing, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But honestly, that was the only thing kind of going on in that.
So the wind chimes and was nothing.
No, that was just really bad showmanship.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just really bad.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna look at Frederick as we start walking towards Maurice's wagon, and I'm gonna say, there's some kind of magic or hypnosis in that dance. Something about it. I did a sorcery. I checked with my sorcery experience, and there's something with it, Frederick. I don't know what.
I rolled the dice off screen.
Yeah. I ran behind somebody who had rolled the die, and they told me. Anyways.
Oh, you thought their dance was hypnotic. I understand. Okay.
No, Frederick, you don't understand.
Oh no, he understands
Multi-colored
totally.
Twins. I understand.
Okay, all right. You're a sly one. All right, let's go over to Maurice. Do you want
Dog.
I'm used to you
dog?
guys know.
You dog. All right. So
I
as we
got
get,
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Wait. I got 1 success on my social.
oh nice.
You're
Yeah, we got.
you're really wondering how that could happen.
Yeah.
Because changing your social standing, especially in a small town, like maybe if he got a mine or something like that, but like, did he? The only thing that's really coming to your mind because of what he's doing, did he maybe win a bet that this is someone else's business that he got or something like that? Like that's with a society like within your mind, like that would be the only way that you can kind of think someone raising their standards like that. So
As we get closer to the wagon, Tulok's gonna ask, Frederick, do you want to do the talking, or do you want me to introduce you?
Do you want the Native American doing the talking?
That's why he's asking. Yeah.
You can introduce me. I guess you've been catching on to some other things for tonight.
I
You know,
pop up
maybe
behind you guys.
maybe you'll figure something out too. With Maurice.
Okay. So we're gonna walk to the back of the wagon. Or wherever it was he went in. What do we see?
as you're going to the back of the wagon, those 2 girls just like this kind of he needs his space.
Those are pretty good.
That's pretty good. I'm gonna look over at Frederick, we can't My friend here really needs to speak with Maurice. Can we see him?
She's un momento, and just kind of turns and kind of like knocks on the door, and like everyone is gone. It's just you guys around the wagon.
Right.
And remember that tent village that's kind of around it. Like people went and just kind of laid down. It's all you're kind of. It's odd.
Yeah.
She knocks on the door, and he opens it, and it's like totally dark in there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, and he kind of steps out, and he's totally dressed different. He's like got kind of like a night robe on, and he's kind of holding something in his hand.
And we can't see what it is?
Nope, but he keeps going like this.
Can I roll an insight or a sorcery on it?
How about an observation?
Observation works for me. Oh, wait, is my observation any good? It's okay. 1 success.
That thing has scales, whatever he's petting.
Hey, yo! Probably a lizard. Maybe a snake.
That's
Can't tell anymore with that. What's
just
1 success?
the only thing
Okay.
you could see is because when he lifted his thumbs up.
Green,
It's
blue, yellow.
It's
Not
dark.
sure.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. Cool.
So, and he's like, oh, and he looks actually concerned, like, oh, he needs help. Give him a bottle. Just give him a bottle. No charge. And they don't argue or anything. They just hand over a bottle to help.
Do they hand it to me or to Frederick?
You asked the question.
Yeah. I'm going to take the bottle. I'm going to look at it.
This is-
I'm going to kind of look at my peripherals. Are you guys kind of far away still?
Yeah, we're not even close.
Okay.
Because I would not have made Jeremiah like.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so then Tulok's going to look at Frederick because there's not really anything else to talk about. They just gave us a bottle.
I'm there too.
Thing. Oh, you're with us too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. And then I'm going to look at Cedric, see if there's
I could
anything.
use my arm. I could be like, I need to see you.
Okay, so then I'm going to turn and hand this bottle to Frederick, and I'm going to say, thank you for your generosity. How much... No, he's actually not going to ask you now. He's just going to say thank you for your generosity, because he remembered what Jade said. It's not going to start any problems. He's just going to say thanks.
And I'll take it and I'll go, oh, how much was it?
Great.
Are you asking me, or are you asking them?
Yeah, I'm asking Tulok.
Are you blind or deaf? No, I'm just kidding. He said it was free of charge because you're in need.
Oh, wow. Oh, thank you so much. And I'll reach out my hand for Maurice's hand.
Ooh,
Okay.
clever.
And he was starting to turn around. He's like, oh, okay. And he shakes, and his hand is totally not a businessman handshake,
Just like-
or anything like kind of sloppy and awkward. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
He must be related to the innkeeper.
And
No,
then-
that innkeeper knew
and
what he
then
was
now
doing.
that he's shaking my hand,
Yeah.
I'm going to hold on to the hand, but not like a tight grip, but
Yeah.
be like, actually, I have a business proposition for you if you wouldn't mind listening to me for just a moment.
Roll a persuasion.
Oh.
Okay.
Persuasion. Ah, good. I am trained in it. That is not a thingy. That is bad. I have 1 success.
Yeah. How about how about we and then one of the girls comes up tomorrow, and it just puts her hand on his shoulder, and he just kind of
Maurice's?
and he's like,
Okay.
She like ushers him in.
just to kind of you can definitely get the vibe that he's really embarrassed about his stutter.
Oh.
And it's
poor
really
guy.
hard for him to, and so like it's kind of interesting that he's using bilingual people as his translators. But
While she talks to him,
Yeah.
I would like to glance inside the caravan and at his hands.
Roll an observation.
Can I distract
Okay.
him somehow? Like I know
Maybe
a way.
just
I know a
like-
way to distract
Kinda
him
like
if I
wagon
could. If like that
What
could
do you
help
want to
him.
do?
I want to like raise my metal arm and be like, Maurice, please, does your miracle work on missing hands? In puppy dog eyes. Crazy puppy dog eyes.
You can actually roll 2 dice for persuasion.
That's nice.
Hey, success. Wait, yes, success.
Single success.
One success.
And he actually looks kind of sad. So and the girl stops again.
No.
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 It's
Unless
made from
it's
Family Guy.
fresh.
Ooh.
And then and the other one comes up and starts starts feeling your arm.
I go, okay, well, thank you for your time.
As she's like,
Yeah, like I just
Yeah.
as I don't know. I don't walk off. I'm just still
Accidentally injects her with scorpion poison.
But
this
the
before.
knife pops
and
out.
how many observation did you have?
Who's Wash?
Wash.
Yeah.
Okay. It was honestly too dark in there, and he's kind of
Not for nothing.
putting his hands back in that kind of defensive stance.
Dang it. Okay. Oh yeah. So what time tomorrow? Are you a morning person, night owl, high noon?
And he looks at the girls and be like, how about breakfast?
Oh, that sounds great. Over some coffee?
Yeah, right here. Just kind of like offering like where he's gonna be having his breakfast.
Awesome. Maurice, that sounds wonderful. Thank you so much.
And he kind of waves. Just kind of wants to go
Yeah.
back in.
I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna tap Frederick and Zedric and start nodding back towards town, trying not to give the impression we're with Jade, just in case, because I don't know what's been going on with her. But like giving him the signal, like, hey, let's start walking away now.
Yep, I'm good with that.
You going with us, Cedric?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And Jeremiah and Jade has already kind of headed off. Okay. Does anyone just kind of you just leave?
So I feel like Jade and Jeremiah would have been like standing off, like maybe in the alleyway
Yeah,
or like where
okay.
we're still observing, but just very quietly and out of sight. to
Okay,
see
so you
anything
actually watch your
peculiar.
crew kind of walk past you,
Okay.
and they're not the most observant individuals. We've
No.
seen that,
Hmm.
so they totally miss you.
Okay.
Nice.
Roll an observation. Actually, or thievery, whichever one is better.
Thievery.
Now, first off, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for, well, as someone who has stolen things, I would
Mhm.
be looking for people of opportunity, people who are distracted, people who just,
You're trying to steal from the wagon too?
What about us? You can steal from us.
I know what you guys have.
There's nothing worth stealing from them.
So she would be
Well, that's
looking for just anybody out of place, anything that would catch her eye. And then of course, yeah, in the general vicinity of where the wagon is. I have 3 successes.
Oh my god.
Now, with that, you're like,
Wow.
this
That's
wagon would be easy pickings.
Okay.
Like, and the 2 girls don't look like they're carrying anything other than like a bag with maybe like 2 or 3 of those bottles in it,
Okay.
and like maybe some money. The horses seem to be a little bit farther off, so a good way of taking the wagon would have been spooking the horses.
Yep.
But you've got all these tents around, which is kind of interesting.
They see you.
But otherwise, like, this would be like the easiest. They're like defenseless
Right.
compared to what you're used to, and like the people in the tents, like they just kind of went to bed.
Okay.
That's
So I
interesting.
would look at Jeremiah, and I would say, Penny, for your thoughts.
What exactly?
They're virtually defenseless right now. But we have the tents all around. So, I am debating this situation.
Well, there's an old trick that I don't necessarily approve of, but you throw a bunch of bottles of liquor on top of them, and you throw a match.
Oh. Oh.
That's very effective.
Okay. What do you think the odds are that we have to fight off all of the town?
Oh, we definitely would have to fight off the town. Oh,
It looks like fight.
no. We could just wait till they leave town. Because they don't know what they're doing.
We could, but it could be a while before they leave town.
Well,
Might be worth the wait.
I'm pretty patient. And,
He glances back at the saloon.
the Rowdy Rooster does have some individuals I want to see again. And because I have the reputation I do, I know more information about every town I go to.
He just kind of turned.
Okay. Jade would adjust her hat and she'd begin to walk back to
Yep.
her crew and she'd go, hopefully they have decent coffee.
Did you say that to everybody?
I mean, she wouldn't be like trying to keep it a secret or nothing. She'd just say it so you guys would probably all be like,
Okay.
Yeah, so we're turn around
Laugh
like.
really loud.
Okay. Do you say anything else?
And you see Jeremiah just go straight to the Rowdy Rooster.
Okay. Tulok's gonna stop everyone else in the street. He probably would have tried to stop Jeremiah unless Jeremiah was already gone, and he's gonna say, "Did you guys find out anything?"
So you want to talk in the middle of the street?
That's a good.
Let's go to Rowdy
yeah,
And he
Jade
just
would
like,
clear her.
Excuse me for a minute.
And he just goes straight up off that way, and then he's there for a little bit. And he comes out.
I found out that he was,
Can we take this to a stealthy spot?
oh, yeah.
After Jeremiah said that, Tulok would be like,
That's
"Oh
true.
yeah, let's take this somewhere stealthy."
See, it's beneficial, the DM actually having an NPC that's with you guys.
Yeah,
Very.
agreed.
Just after the first escapade y'all had, I was like, oh gosh, I gotta do something.
Yeah, appreciate
My
it.
chaotic neutral character.
No, chaos. Just chaos. You could go to the Rowdy Rooster. You could find an alleyway to talk.
What's your
You
guys'
could go to the
preference?
hotel.
I say the
Let's go to
rooster.
the Rowdy Rooster.
Copy that.
Act like we're getting some hearings.
Okay.
All right. Walk in there. Same question. What'd you guys look? Huh?
Cedric, are you going to the Rowdy Rooster?
Yep. I'm going to their room. We don't talk
Okay.
about it.
Alright. I have a bottle here. We should. I don't know. Do you want to
Well, yeah, I was
run
gonna tell.
experiments or like figure out what it actually does? I am
Yeah,
totally ready to down this in the name of
is
science
this
and
Frederick?
magic.
Is this Frederick talking or?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so then I would be like, yeah, I was actually going to ask for that bottle after I told you guys how he was the son of a drunkard. So he somehow became very popular. Okay, thank you. I take the bottle and I go off.
Okay,
Wait,
so
you
you
don't need me to drink it?
No, I'm not going to drink it. I'm going to study it.
He's offering to
You don't
drink it.
see
for
it.
you.
You're offering to drink it?
He's like, I want
Oh.
my eye back.
I hand the bottle back. Yes, do it. And
So
then
Jade would clear her throat since they're in the Rowdy Rooster
Yeah.
and be like, maybe we should do this not here.
I sit down on a stool and cross my legs, and I have my book open, for like ready to write. I'm just like,
And you're definitely here. They've got fights going.
Mhm.
So it's really loud.
I think this is a good place to do it.
Well, Cedric, you and I can just go back to the inn real quick.
We could.
Well, before you go, I want to let everyone know. Looks around to make sure that
Roll an observation.
I want.
one success.
Okay.
You got a bunch of people just staring at you.
Oh well, Tulok's gonna say maybe we should take this somewhere else after all.
I would say Tulok come with, because if he goes crazy, I'm not a very good fighter.
Well, Jade would go then too, because otherwise she's left to.
So Jeremiah's like, so I left and came back for nothing. All right then.
Enjoy your cockfight.
I'm good. And you just like, and by the way, they don't work here anymore. he leaves the building and puts his hat back on.
All right, so then I'm presuming we all go to the inn. All right. So we get there. Tulok's gonna say, as soon as we're in a safe place that's not being overheard.
Okay.
Does the innkeeper do anything weird?
Oh, he's sitting there. And
Well,
you saw him.
Let's do
you
it
saw
like
him
a
at the
room.
thing.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, but he just kind of does a weird thing with his hands, staring at you.
Okay.
Great.
Wonderful. Okay.
Yep.
Maybe we should keep watch.
Okay, so anyway, we go
So we
to
go
one
to
of
the room. Tulok's gonna basically just share what he discovered about the girls, what he overheard in the crowd, what his sorcery feelings were telling him, and then he's gonna go into further detail about the heebie-jeebies and the excitement from the axe.
Okay.
Basically, he just recalls his.
Spills the tea.
Yep.
Now I understand what you meant by their dance was hypnotic. Do you think that they're succubuses?
Succubi.
Oh.
Succubi, guys, you're right, it is a Latin word.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Frederick. I don't know what that means.
Oh, sorry. And Frederick, like, goes to pull out his Bible and he goes, diagrams.
I put my hand on his shoulder just from my studies and I explain what a succubi is. Sexual demon.
Oh.
I know you're a little too young for that.
Frederick.
Okay, so
Anyone else
Jade
wanna
would
talk?
be very like, she like, what is going
yep. And Jeremiah's like,
Jeremiah's with I thought he
yeah.
left.
No, he's like, this is all what y'all talk about.
No.
Yeah, has anyone else got
I'm
anything to
sorry, do you
share?
not know what to say? Because I can teach you.
No,
Oh.
I've heard.
He can
Does,
teach
does that
you.
excite
He
you?
would teach you.
I have been to California to the actual Succubus Club. And he puts his head on inside a building and he just kind of like hides his eyes. That'll make you blush, old man.
So Jade at
Secret's
this
like,
point
"Do
would
tell."
just like step out of the room,
Yeah.
like
You
very
do not
quietly.
talk.
Y'all are talking about sexual demons,
Yeah.
like.
No, well,
Yeah,
they
There's
are.
probably men
Yeah,
too,
that's a
isn't
very-
there?
Yeah, there is. There's the search for this.
For you too?
Jade would have stepped out of the room and Jade actually would have went outside
Yeah.
and she would have found like maybe she would have climbed up on top of a building and just like kept watch of.
Without telling us what you're doing.
Spider-Man.
She has a pretty high acrobatics.
Yeah, I'm like scary, guys. But
Well,
anyway.
we need to
Yes.
establish. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Jade would not say a word because y'all are talking about.
Jade, wait, come back. We got a plan for tonight,
No,
Jade.
so Jade, no.
Jade, wait, please come back.
No, it's too late. Y'all are
Jade,
too
how much money
distracted.
do we have?
Anyway.
Jade, no, we've
see
got.
if we can-
It's the way y'all keep.
I did not hear what
Jade,
you said.
Please come back. We got a plan for the night.
What did Frederick say?
Yeah, what did he say?
Oh, you got the notepad? You ready?
Yes.
Oh, he's gonna drink it now.
I sit down now.
You really left?
I observe.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, are you about ready to drink it?
Yes.
Small
Hey.
sips.
Okay, so
Small
as you're about ready to drink it, that's where we'll end this session.
Ooh.
How are we supposed to plan a watch? How are we supposed to even know where you're at
No.
after you get shot?
I'm hiding. I'm like the most stealthy person here. It would be. It's the best
sorcery
case
is actually pretty
scenario
awesome.
for me.
Are we still recording?
Frederick's gonna die.
Okay, so hopefully everybody had fun watching. So
Definitely.
we will catch you guys next time, and let's see what happens to
Good
Frederick.
old
Spoiler
Frederick.
everyone.
Is he gonna
He's
Hulk
dead.
out?
Oh.
It's gonna be
We're
Frederick
all
versus
gonna
Tulok.
die.
The fight for the ages.